Welcome to a new episode of Black Girls Talk. My name is Alicia, and yes, I know it's been a minute since we last spoke, caught up, talked, but I'm just gonna dive straight into it. I will do an episode, maybe a bonus episode later on in the season, explain why there was a major gap between this last episode and now. But let's talk about doing better for ourselves. Growing up, I had watched both of my parents do their best to make sure that my siblings and I had everything. I know I watched my mom as a single mother bend over backwards and do everything she possibly could have done to make sure her kids had everything they wanted. And she knew how to make sure that even she wanted better for herself. But as we get older and as we learn to be independent and grow away from our parents, it seemed like we failed to want to get out of our ways, get out of our backgrounds, get out from where we came from. Now, a lot of people's excuse as Black people is, oh, this is all I know. This is the only thing I know, what taught me, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, not everybody has blessed to figure out a way to get themselves out of the struggle or figure out a way to, do better for themselves. Not only is it just the lack of resources, but it also is the lack of encouragement. Now, that plays a part with self-love. Everybody's background is different, especially within our community. Not everybody had loving parents. Not everybody was raised on love, and not everybody was raised on survival. One thing I can say that for me growing up, I was in a space where my brothers wanted better for themselves, wanted to get out the areas that we was raised in and wanted to do something with their lives. Now, some brothers just couldn't get it right, and some of them are late bloomers to getting it right. With that influence on me, with all those men in my life, I had no choice but to want to be better, want to do better, want the finer things in life, want to be successful. I know a lot of the doing better part and just wanting to do what's best for you. It should start with you. It should start for wanting to get out the hood, wanting to get out the street, wanting to be successful, wanting to do everything right, not only by law, but also by right in God's eyes. Be observing, be open-minded to networking, seeing these new people do these things and doing stuff that's better, that's nice, and stop hating. You really don't get far in life when you have hatred in your heart, when you are bitter, when you are resentful, and you just don't know how to let things go. Hate can play a major part in the lack of development in yourself for wanting more for yourself. And there's nothing wrong for wanting more for yourself, despite what anybody else say. You can't let nobody else write your story besides you. Acceptance plays a part in that as well. Some people feel like, oh, if this person doesn't accept me or doesn't like what I'm doing, then I can't do it. The only person approval that you need is yourself. So why are you sitting there letting someone else's opinions affect the way you want to move and wanting better for yourself? No one else's opinion should matter about your life, your story, how you want. If you want to go and drive the new biz, go ahead and get it yourself. If you want to make whatever money in any type of way that is going to provide for you, put a roof over your head, put food in your stomach, and keep you alive, do that. No one else's impact or opinion should matter. Yeah, some people may not agree with the way you move, and sometimes you may not agree with the way you move yourself. But at the time and the moment, and in the end, it's probably what was best for you. So you cannot regret that. You cannot feel bad for wanting better for yourself. Now, I have hit that moment in my life where I feel like I didn't deserve certain things, but at the end of the day, I did all the work, put myself in a position where I had to work for where I am today. And it's still in the end, I still feel guilty for myself because I feel like I didn't, how can I put it? I feel like I just didn't deserve it. Maybe because I wanted more for myself, and that's fine too for wanting more for yourself. But at the end of the day, it's also accepting and embracing the in the moment progress. A lot of people, from how I was raised in the area I'm from, a lot of people feel like if you outgrow the hood, you leave the hood, you are a traitor, you are a sellout, you are everything beyond the goodness. And that kind of stems people's growth, stems them for wanting to do more. And it's just like, we feel like we owe people our lives. We feel like we owe people our loyalty, our integrity. Pretty much we think we owe people our soul. And that's not the case. And that's one thing within our community is the hatred towards people for doing good, for doing better and making a way out of it is such an issue, and it should not be an issue. Why is it such an issue to want more for yourself, to want to be able to survive? You know, we live in a time, it's not even a time, that's been going on for lifetimes, where the system is not designed for us. It is literally structured for our black people to really sit here and be low and be just guttered. And then once they see us arise and do things right and make money like the white folks and do anything that's correct, it gets stimulated down towards like, oh, why is this black person succeeding? Like, no, you should not be doing nothing. You should not be successful. You have every right to be successful. You have every right to want everything. You have every right to want to do better for yourself. You have every right to just want to be alive and happy and at peace, bro. Like, that's when you learn you got to cut people off. And yes, to get to the successful point in your life and to reach your goals, you're going to have to make some sacrifices where you either going to cut off family, you're going to cut off friends. There's a lot of people you're going to have to remove. And if they can't see your vision and they can't see that vision for themselves, let them go. Okay? I cannot stress that enough, because I have sacrificed myself. I have put my goals on hold. I literally sacrificed dreams, and just for people to turn around and dip and leave and just get pretty much get whatever they wanted out of me, and then I got nothing in return. And it's not like I wasn't asking for anything in return. It's just a matter of fact that you did not acknowledge what I did on the sacrifices I made. People be so quick to announce the sacrifices they made for you just because you want to like remove yourself just so you can focus on yourself for you to do better. But it's just like, at the same time, acknowledge the sacrifices that person has made for you too. Acknowledge the sacrifices that like I as a person have done for you as well. You know, never feel guilty for achieving the things that you worked your ass off for. Never feel bad for wanting to be, you know, the best version of yourself, to have all I'm saying is, do not let no one dictate your life because you want to do better. It's just, as a basic, decent ass human being, you should want to evolve. You should want to be the better person. Like, you should just want to be great. You should always want to do best every year, every day, every week, every month, every second of the time that you're living on this goddamn earth. I don't know why it's such a negative thing. I don't understand the hate of it. And maybe it's just because that person don't know how to do better for themselves. And it's just like, you know what? You have to be open-minded in this world. Sometimes it can be hard to be open-minded. It can be a little weird. Sometimes you want to be closed off. But you have to be able to look at all your options in order to be the best in life, to see and achieve the best things in life. You have to be open-minded, or you're just going to be stuck in the same place. You can keep going through the same cycle over and over again. In order to break them cycles, you have to be open-minded. You just have to. It's a lot of mental that takes part of being great. And then it comes and torments with your soul a little bit, your heart, your spirit. Never lose faith in what you're doing and how you want to achieve life. Never lose sight of your goals, and never lose sight of yourself. Don't feel guilty. Do not feel bad for yourself. Everything you do is for a reason. You're put on this earth for a purpose, and accept that. Find what you love, do what you love, and always achieve the best things that you want for yourself. It is okay to be selfish, and it is okay to do better. Once again, my name is Alicia, and that's Real Talk.